Hello, my name is Lori Manson, and I'm the Problem Gambling Services Coordinator at AdCare Educational Institute of Maine in Augusta. I'm going to do a brief overview of current problem gambling services in Maine and the organizations that are involved. People might assume that an organization that provides problem gambling services is against gambling. It's important to understand that we are gambling neutral. We are neither for nor against legal forms of gambling. We aim to reduce the harm of problem gambling and its impact on Maine individuals, families, and communities. This involves providing a spectrum of services across the continuum, including awareness and prevention, intervention, treatment, and recovery. AdCare Maine oversees the spectrum of problem gambling services for the state of Maine with a contract with the Maine Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Right now, efforts to raise awareness are largely handled through social media and by providing educational sessions. Both AdCare and the Maine Council on Problem Gambling frequently post information, articles, PSAs, and training announcements, and we take part in awareness campaigns, such as the National Council on Problem Gambling's annual Holiday Lottery campaign and the annual March is Problem Gambling Awareness Month campaign. To provide educational opportunities for people in Maine, we do frequent sessions, which are usually free, on a wide variety of topics related to problem gambling. To do that, we work with presenters who are national and international experts in the field. We also have a number of self-paced, on-demand trainings available at no cost. I also want to call your attention to the fact that we can provide Problem Gambling 101 training, which is an educational session that we can personalize for any Maine group who requests it, such as agencies, employers, and youth groups. We personalize that training based upon what would be most helpful for that group, in both terms of how long the presentation is and how the content is delivered and what content is covered. We do that at no cost, so I really encourage you to consider hosting a Problem Gambling 101 training. One form of problem gambling intervention that I want to talk about is self-exclusion. Self-exclusion in Maine is when you fill out a form that indicates that you want to be banned from entering casinos in Maine for a set period of time, which is 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, or lifetime. I also want to point out that in other states or countries, self-exclusion may look different. For example, in another state, you may be able to self-exclude from buying lottery tickets or self-exclude from sports betting. Here are some self-exclusion numbers that may interest you. So where can people self-exclude? Most people self-exclude right at the casino, but there are other options. The reason that's so important is that if someone has left the casino and later comes to the conclusion that self-exclusion would be in their best interest, we don't want them to have to go back to the casino to self-exclude because that could be a trigger for them. So self-exclusion can be done at the Maine Gambling Control Unit office in Augusta. And AdCare has contracted with a number of sites to provide self-exclusion services in the community. AdCare provides the training and support to the agency to provide self-exclusion services and also reimburses them for each self-exclusion that they perform at their organization. Here are the sites that are currently contracted to do self-exclusion in the community. I wanted to touch upon treatment services. Maine has a gambling addiction treatment reimbursement network to provide payment for treatment for people who are uninsured or underinsured and don't have the means to pay. AdCare administers that program, and I've included some information and links here. The treatment network consists of providers who receive 12 hours of training, fill out a short application, and then sign an MOU with AdCare to become eligible to receive reimbursement directly through AdCare for providing treatment to eligible individuals. You can apply at any time to be part of that network. So please get in touch with me if you have any questions. To support recovery, We work to provide educational sessions on recovery supports on a regular basis, and we work to create collaborative relationships with Maine's recovery community. I've already mentioned workforce development. We do quite a few webinars, and when it's not a pandemic, we hold in-person trainings. If you aren't already getting our training announcements, you can watch for them on social media, or you can also reach out to me so that you can get on the list to get those training announcements. My contact information is at the end of this slide deck. I wanted to talk about partners in Maine. First of all, there's the Maine Council on Problem Gambling. That is a volunteer-driven 501c3 nonprofit. This small group has a powerful impact as they serve as an advisory role over problem gambling services and offer support and expertise to increase effectiveness of Maine's efforts to provide the best possible services with the limited amount of funding. Meetings are held once a month via Zoom. Consider joining the Maine Council to lend your skills and expertise. 211 Maine serves as Maine's problem gambling hotline. Live specialists are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you provide treatment to individuals with gambling disorder, contact the 211 resource team to see if you're eligible to be added to their directory. There are very few providers listed, and it's vital that we increase that number so people who seek treatment can find providers in their area. The State of Maine Gambling Control Unit is a bureau within the Department of Public Safety, which provides support to a 5-member gambling control board appointed by the governor. The mission is to provide effective, efficient, and consistent regulation of authorized gaming in the state of Maine. And I've put a link to their website right there. And here is their 2020 annual report and the link to find that. They mention within the annual report how the COVID-19 pandemic had an impact. Casinos were closed from March 16th to July 9th, and then limited hours of operation were in effect for the remainder of the year after that. The Maine Lottery supports responsible gambling initiatives in a number of ways. They run media campaigns, they have in-store and ticket messaging, and they have information on their website. They also participate in the quarterly stakeholders calls where they can provide updates to other people who are interested in what's going on with problem gambling services in Maine. Here is their March 2021 recovery public service announcement. There's the link to that on YouTube, so you could watch it if you'd like. And here's another one of their earlier public service announcements. And here are some of the examples of graphics that the lottery does throughout various times of the year to promote the helpline and to encourage responsible play. So Maine's 2 casinos are also a part of the effort to reduce the harm of problem gambling. Here are some ways that the 2 casinos may support that. It can vary from casino to casino, and it can even vary from year to year. For example, the observance of Responsible Gaming Week might look very different from one year to the next and very different from casino to casino. The Maine CDC manages the contract for problem gambling services. They determine the deliverables, provide guidance and oversight to the contract. The Maine CDC also maintains a clearinghouse of resources such as brochures and posters that people from Maine can order at no cost at mainepreventionstore.org. Examples of those resources are on the following slides. Here is the Maybe It's Time for Help wallet card. As you can see, it has the 211 information on the front, and it has some problem gambling screening questions on the back. I love that resource. Here are some brochures and rack cards. There are also responsible gambling posters that you can order from the prevention store. Check that out, and I encourage you to make some of that available at your organization. So here are some of the ways that you can help if you'd like to get involved in reducing the harm of problem gambling in the state of Maine. And here is my contact information, as well as the website and social media for AdCare Educational Institute of Maine. Please feel free to reach out. I'd love to talk to you about problem gambling services in Maine.